one. Oh, yeah. From Hayes right here, from Arrow. We found us. We caught us.
Can I get an iced tea?
Lock it in. Let's go.
Iced tea. Tom.
Can I get it? Can I get it?
Oh yeah,
I have.
exactly.
Yeah! I got it.
That's it. I think you got it.
Ooh, there's a lot of people here.
Come on, Tom, it's time for Go Fest.
Yay! Welcome to Pokemon Go. It's 2020. The game has changed a lot since 2016. And I know you might feel a little lost with starting the game in 2020. Don't worry, you're not late. In this video, I'm gonna break down the entire game system from the beginning on how to catch to where we are today with PvP, trading, the buddy system, everything you need to know about Pokemon Go. Let's get started. Oh! Whoa, almost lost you guys there for a second. Alright, let's get started with this tutorial. You're gonna have an option between Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. If you run away from all three of them, like walk away physically, you'll be able to find a Pikachu. It doesn't matter, those Pokemon is not like the main series game. It doesn't have any significant value. They're only there to pretty much give you a practice run on how to catch a Pokemon. So once you catch that, we can move on to actually how to catch a Pokemon. Let's go. So before you catch a Pokemon, you're gonna have an option between Pokeballs. The red is being the regular one. When you level up, you're gonna have an option between Great Ball and later on an Ultra Ball. Each one will increase the probability of catching a Pokemon. Along with that, you can have your berries. You have your Raspberry, which increases your chances, your Nana Berry. So you see this Pokemon jumping right now? A Nana Berry pretty much stops him from moving around. A Pineapple Berry gives you double candy. We'll talk about that later. A Golden Raspberry, you get that from raid battles, and it gives you the highest probability of catching a Pokemon. A Silver Pineapple is pretty much a raspberry and a pineapple combined, which gives you double candy and increases your chances of getting a Pokemon. So now when you hold down the Pokeball, you see the circle is pretty much reddish orange or orange reddish. So the coloring indicates the degree of level of difficulties for each Pokemon. Now to further increase the probability of catching a Pokemon, you want to learn the Curveball throw. So Curveball throw is kind of like bowling, basically. So you hold down the ball, you spin the ball like this, and then you throw it, right? I didn't get into the circle, so it didn't give me a nice, great, or excellent throw. Let's see if it pops out. 2 and 3. It got in. Okay, cool. If it pops out, you can use a Raspberry. If it moves around too much, you can use a Nana Berry, which will freeze the Pokemon. Alright, so now let's move on to how to find a Pokemon. You see some Pokemon on the screen already, but sometimes you want to find other Pokemons nearby. And the bottom right hand screen, you can click on it right here. So if you want to find a Machop, you can click on it and then click on the footsteps. Now it indicates it's at that location. So if you don't know what it is, you can click on the top right hand side at the little compass bar right here, and it kind of tells you like where to go, what direction to go. Alright, so it's telling me to go that way. So let's go find the Machop. Alrighty, so nearby, it tells you what kind of Pokemon is closest to this blue marker. This blue marker is called a Pokestop, okay? Pokestops are where you get your items from Pokeballs to berries to gifts. We'll talk about that in a second. And we found our Machop. Let's click on it. Okay, cool. Alright, so it's, let me try to just throw it. I missed it. Alrighty, so the Machop here is pretty much jumping around. Let's see if we can stop it by using a Nana Berry. So I give it Nana Berry. Okay, so now I give it a Nana Berry. It's gonna not move. I can just throw it leisurely like this. And, alright, I got it, cool. So when you get a Pokemon, every single Pokemon you catch, you're gonna get 3 things. First is XP. At the bottom you see XP points. Those are experience points. Stardust on the left hand side and candy on the right hand side. Now the question is, what do you do with them? Oh, I forgot to mention this about Pokestops. So when you see this white halo, it means that it's a new location. It means that you haven't spun the Pokestop. It gives you extra XP. Oh, and BTW. Every day, the first catch and the first spin, you get extra XP, extra Stardust. If you miss a day, it's not the end of the world. But anyways, let's break down XP, Stardust, and Candy so you know what's up. Alright, so Stardust and Candy are basically like the time of your money. Just think about it like that. And you need both of them to power up your Pokemon. Every time you press the power up button, the CP above is going to increase. Little half circle above the Pokemon, that represents your trainer level. And each time you power it up, it's half a level. To evolve your Pokemon, it requires only candy. So with evolution in the game, Some Pokemon require certain items like Dragon Scale, Steel Coat, King's Rock. We have Sinnoh that recently got introduced last year, and with this generation for 2020, we have Unova Stones. You can pick them up various ways, from gifts, Pokestops, or from 7-day quests, so don't be too much in a hurry, you get them randomly. The next thing we're going to talk about is eggs and hatching them. So we have 3 types of incubators. Those will stay in the game, they won't go away, and you can hatch as many eggs as you want with them. When you level up in the game, you get the blue incubator, which those will go away after a certain amount of time. And in the in-game shop, you can purchase a super incubator, which decreases your distance for hatching eggs. So the way how you get to it is you click on your Pokeball, click on your Pokemon, and then slide your Pokemon to the left side and you see all these eggs. So as you can see here, I got a couple eggs up at the hatch, so let's get to walking. Some quick facts about hatching eggs. It will track your distance every 8 minutes. It kind of prevents you from like walking around in circles in your room, but like you pretty much have to go in a straight distance like this for about 8 minutes. And you cannot go faster than 6.5 miles per hour to like maybe like 7, maybe 8 sometimes if you get lucky. It's not perfect. Or 10.7 kilometers per hour. Otherwise, it just won't track your distance. Like you get the speed notification when it comes up, it won't track it. So it also prevents people from like hatching eggs in their car. And pretty much, oh, there we go, cool. Now here's the eggs about to hatch. This is a 5K egg. And, man, that's boo-boo. That's really boo-boo. So when you hatch your eggs, you get Stardust and Candy, which helps out a lot. Alrighty, so once you hit level 5, you'll be able to choose your teams. And the way how you do that is by clicking on a digital marker you see in the game, and it's called gyms. Once you do that, you can choose between blue for Mystic, red for Valor, and yellow for Instinct. You can choose any one of them, and then, you know, if you find more friends in the game that's like one team that you're not on, you can buy a medallion in the game for, I think, $10. And then you can change your teams. So once you choose your teams, we can talk about raid battles and gym battles. This digital marker is called a gym, where players can place up to 6 Pokemon to defend it, and you can battle it as well. Since I'm blue team and this gym is red, I can battle it with Instinct players. Once you defeat the gym, you're able to place up to 1 Pokemon. You can defend the gym either in person by feeding berries or remotely from home. The purpose of gym is to obtain in-game currency by holding the gym for 8 hours or 2 gyms for 4 hours. And once your Pokemon gets knocked out, you get in-game currency. The most you can get is 50 coins a day. So the egg on top of gyms are called raid eggs. Pretty much think of it as like a raid boss. And they come in 5 levels. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 being the hardest because it's a legendary Pokemon and requires about 2 to about 5 people, sometimes 11 if everyone's a low level, and pretty much everyone can join in from each team and to defeat the raid boss. And then once you do that, you get certain items like charge TMs, all kind of items, and you get a chance to catch a legendary Pokemon. You're not limited to level, so once you hit level 5, you choose your team, you can participate in raids. And the way how you participate in a raid is by obtaining a raid pass. You can use the free raid pass, and you can obtain this by spinning the photo spear on top of the gym. It's like a Pokestop, basically. And then the second one is the premium raid pass, which you have to purchase in-game. And there's a third pass called the EX pass. What makes the EX raid pass special is that it gives you the opportunity to encounter a mythical Pokemon. In the past, we have Mewtwo, Deoxys, all 4 forms, and currently we have Regigigas in EX raids. They are passed out once a week, and the way how you obtain the EX raid pass is by completing a raid at an EX eligible gym. And I've done an entire video on EX raid passes because it's kind of complicated if you don't know, and you guys can check out this video right here. Now let's talk about some of the most important aspects of the game, which is IV. Now this part is going to be a little complicated, so let's talk about this. Alright, going to take a little break to eat real fast. I'm at Grains. It's a vegan restaurant down on Adams Avenue. I'll leave a link in the description below. So one thing you have to understand that every Pokemon has both a base stat and an IV. IV is the potential for any Pokemon to reach its maximum CP and HP health points. But the way how you praise your Pokemon is that you click on a Pokeball, then click on Pokemon, and on the bottom right hand screen you'll see a little option. You click on that, and then you click on appraisal. You're gonna see 3 bars: attack, defense, and HP. They're separated into 3 bars themselves. The way how you rate IVs is from 0 to 15. 15 being the best. If you see all the bars in the red, it means that it's 100%. If all the bars are empty, it means that's 0. This is a common term that you're gonna be hearing a lot in Pokemon Go. I did an entire video on it earlier. You guys can check out this link right here. It'll explain everything in detail. Alright, so I'm gonna chow down. I'll be right back. Whew, that was a good meal. So weather affects the game in a number of ways. It changes at the top of the hour. If it's like sunny weather, certain type of Pokemon will spawn out more. And when you catch it, you get extra Stardust too. You see it right here when you catch it. that there's like a little sunlight right there, or like a little weather symbol. Weather also affects the Pokemon's attack. If it's like, say, sunny weather, I'm only thinking sunny weather right now because I'm in sunny San Diego. When you click on a Pokemon, you see a little weather boosted attack, and it also boosts the raid boss's attack too. Weather also affects IV. Yes, again, you guys can check out my IV video, but basically it gives you a higher chance of finding higher IV Pokemon for the weather type. So make sure you find those Pokemons with a little swirl around it. Alrighty, so now let's move on to... Oh, hey. Back home now. I guess it's a good time to talk about quests and mythical quests. Alright, so there's two types of quests. The everyday quests you can get from Pokestops, and the mythical quest / event quest. And then the way how you check them is by the little binocular button at the very bottom. Quests are like little missions in the game where you can obtain them through Pokestops. If you don't like the quest, like it might be a little too hard, you can always just press a little trash can button on the right hand side and delete it. So the quest ranges from catching Pokemon, walking certain distance, spinning Pokestops, different types of little things where you can obtain items like evolution items, potions, revives, stardust, Pokemons, all kind of things. And once you complete one mission, you get 1 stamp a day. You can complete as many missions as you like, but you only get 1 stamp a day. And once you get 7 stamps, you get a research breakthrough box. In the research breakthrough box, there are legendary Pokemons like the legendary birds, the legendary bees, that has been Snorlax. They switch it out like periodically, like every month. So if you can't get a legendary yet from a raid, you can always have the opportunity to get them from breakthrough research boxes. The second type of quest we have is mythical / event quests. You can swipe left and you see all the options that you have in the game. We have Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, Meltan as well, and we have Spiritomb. Along with that, there are multiple event type quests that Niantic release periodically. I would say if you're a beginner in the game, don't worry too much about it because you have to play a certain level, you have to catch a certain type of Pokemon. Some people focus so much and they get frustrated that they can't find a Ditto. And it's very time consuming and some of the quests may not be possible for you at the moment. I would say just check on it periodically, see if you complete a quest. And once you complete it, you're done. You get a mythical Pokemon and that's it. It's amazing, it's great, but you don't have to rush through it. Alright, so now let's talk about the friendship feature and trading in Pokemon Go. But first off, we need to find a friend. Hey Gary, how's it going?
Doing great, how you doing?
Alright, well, me and Gary became lucky friends, so we're gonna do a trade. Oops, sorry, forgot to break down the friendship feature in Pokemon Go. There are 2 ways to add friendship in Pokemon Go. The first is to scan a QR code, and the second is to punch in the trainer's number. To build a friendship in Pokemon Go, you have to interact with the trainer by sending them a gift or opening a gift from them. Trading Pokemon, taking down a gym together, raiding together, or battling each other. What the f***? Are you serious? Whoa, that was a dot. 1 day you become good friends, 7 days you become great friends, 30 days you become ultra friends, 60 days you become best friends. The benefits of higher friendship means the lower the startup cost for trading. Higher possibility for higher IVs, extra damage when you do raid battles and gym battles together, and you get extra premier balls. So he sent me a trade request, so that means that I just have to go to my friends and get it right there. So we're gonna be trading a shiny Machop for a shiny Alolan Sandshrew, which is something I've been wanting. Thanks Gary, appreciate it. Awesome. 1, 2, 3. So to be able to become lucky friends, you have to be best friends first. And then afterwards, it's kind of like a 5% chance after you interact with your friends once a day. And then it's gonna be lucky, and for lucky Pokemon, basically it just means half off for Stardust and Candy, as well as a minimum IV of 80%. So that's why people want to have lucky Pokemon. But even if you are, what about? Oh my God, lucky 96% lucky shiny Machamp. You're welcome, Gary.
Thank you, Tom. It's pretty cool.
All right, I'm actually standing on a log right now because I'm much shorter than him, so this makes it easier for me. Let's see, what's mine? This is the Ivy Plus. Ooh, not too bad, not too bad. It's like a 90%. Alrighty, now it's time to talk about PvP. Let's go. Pow, alrighty, so now let's talk about PvP, player versus player. Any trainer can battle anyone by scanning a QR code. But once you reach Ultra Friend and Best Friend, you guys can battle remotely from home. Niantic recently introduced Go Battle League, which allows trainers to battle random trainers from around the world. To enter Go Battle League, you're going to have to walk 3 kilometers. But you can skip this by paying 200 Pokecoins. But the more you walk, it will decrease the amount of Pokecoins you have to pay. In Go Battle League, you're ranked from level 1 to 10. And when you enter, you have a choice between free battles or premium battles. The premium battles give you more points for each win and offer different prizes. In your city, there are local tournaments being held all around the world, and you can find them on Swift.gg. And I have a fellow leader down here in San Diego.
Hey guys, my name is Anthony. I run the San Diego Rainbow League. We host monthly tournaments locally here in San Diego. Come on by where you can win some prizes. You can also even win a monthly badge, just like Ash Ketchum.
Cool, and you guys can check out the video right here. I made an entire video on how to host your own tournaments and how to find your local tournament. And I'll leave his link to all the social media sites so you guys can find out where his tournaments are down here in San Diego whenever you guys come on by. Alrighty, so now it's time to battle. And because we're ultra friends and we're about to be best friends. Oh wow, we're not even best friends yet. Okay, wow, we're really far, but at least we're not even ultra friends. So because we're not ultra friends yet, we have to scan each other's QR code. And once you do that, you can challenge a trainer, and then you have 3 leagues. We have Great. You can use any Pokemon maxing out at 1500, which is the common league that everyone uses to battle because there's more Pokemon that you can choose from. We have Ultra League, 2500, and Master League, which is unlimited CP. You can use all your Dragonites, all your Mewtwo's, anything you want. So during PvP, you can use charge moves just like how you use it in raid battles, but there's a certain little difference in when you use a charge move. Basically keep on tapping to keep on charging it and see which one of us can activate it first. He was able to activate his charge move first, and I have an option to use a shield. Do I want a shield or not? And I choose not to shield. And it doesn't do anything to me because now it's time for me to do it. So basically, using a charge move in PvP is kind of like Fruit Ninja. If you guys ever play, little icons gonna pop up and you basically just swipe around the screen. If you're able to connect all the dots, then you pretty much get excellent, which maximizes your damage during the battle. And will I be able to use it first? I am able to use my charge move first. So if you get all of it, so I got nice right now, and then I'm gonna get great, and I missed a few of them, so I didn't get excellent. I didn't get to maximize the damage, which probably would have knocked him out. And he's going to use another charge move, but because I'm a Pokemon Master and I know that Skarmory is not going to take any damage from a Sky attack, I don't have to block. He has not Dragon Breath. I realize that. He has something, not Dragon Breath is not a good sign.
I may not have
oh, Bastodon. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, well, I'm going to bring this puppy out. My Lucario. So I'm able to get to my charge move first, and I got to swipe around like this quickly, like Fruit Ninja. And then when I get the excellent throw, oh no, I got great again. I think my fingers are frozen. And that's why it probably is not reading it. And I gotta take it down. Okay, so now he has a charge move. I'm going to choose a block because my Lucario is kind of squishy. I believe, yep, flamethrower, because that would have taken me out because I'm a steel type and I took him out. Now he has 1 Pokemon left and I have 2 Pokemon. Oh, okay. He has no shield left, so I'm just gonna go in there and just swipe him out with a Shadow Ball. Alrighty, so am I gonna get excellent here? Yes, I did get excellent, which maximizes my damage. Whoa. Knocks him out right there. Cool. And after this, the best thing about this is that you don't have to heal your Pokemon. You can just keep on going over and over again. You get to build up your friendship points with your buddy. And then you also get items like Sinnoh Stones, possible Charge TMs. If you guys have any questions about PvP, you guys can leave them in the comments below. I've done a number of videos about PvP. You guys can learn from. You guys can check out these videos right here. And I want to say thanks for joining me in this video.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for having me.
I'll see you in the next tournament.
Yeah, it looks like I have to stick to tournament organizing.
Right, check out Rainbow League. All the social media sites are in the description below. What's happening? Look, you guys hear me? Hello? Man, get out of here, Team Rocket. No one wants to talk to you. Sorry about that. Team Rocket is always mentally around. Alright, so you probably have noticed by now that there are dark blue Pokestops around your area, and when you walk up to them, they open up to a black Pokestop. So Team Rocket takes over Pokestops in random locations for 30 minutes. It goes around for 24 hours. There's no time limit like raid battles. Each Team Rocket grunt, they always say like an evil monologue, and they always hint of like what kind of Pokemon they're gonna use, at least what type. Like this one right here is gonna say like, I'm gonna beat you to the ground, or how hot my fire Pokemon can get. That means that they're gonna use fire Pokemon. So that gives you an idea of what kind of counters you can use against them. So once you defeat them, you're better to encounter a shadow Pokemon. Once you catch them, you're gonna have a chance to purify them. So if you have like a 13 attack, 13 defense, and 13 stamina shadow Pokemon, once you purify it, each attribute is gonna jump up 2 points. So attack will be 15 now, defense could be 15, and stamina could be 15, which means it's gonna be 100%. And one of the most important items that they drop with Stardust is called a mysterious component. Now you have to battle up to 6 Team Rockets to get 6 mysterious components, which you'll be able to assemble into a Team Rocket radar. This will allow you to find Team Rocket leaders. Team Rocket leaders only take over Pokestops from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. They don't move around like the Team Rocket grunts. You can battle them as many times as you need because you're going to lose a lot of times probably. They're kind of difficult, even for level 40 players. And then afterwards, you're going to have to battle Team Rocket grunts again, 6 of them, to get another Team Rocket radar. Later on down the line, when you do the Team Rocket quest, you're going to have to encounter them a few times to get a special Team Rocket radar, which will allow you to find Giovanni. Once you find and defeat Giovanni, you're going to be able to obtain a legendary Shadow Pokemon. And just a quick tip, whenever you guys encounter Shadow Zubats and Shadow Rattatas, save them, okay? Because you're going to need them for the Team Rocket quest. Don't purify them when you're at the point for the quest. It will save you some Stardust. You'll see it later. So the buddy system got recently introduced into Pokemon Go, in which you can walk your buddy. Now the way you do it is just you click down on the left side at your avatar, and then you have an option. So you can click on buddy and click on any Pokemon. And then you can feed it a amount of berries. You see the facial expression go up. And once you feed it to like the very full circle, your buddy will follow you around, and you can change up to 20 buddies a day. You can also take pictures with it. You need to walk it 2 kilometers to get a heart for distance. You can also visit a new Pokestop to get a new visit heart as well. Play with it by rubbing its head. It's kind of dirty, but you know, that's how it is. Lastly, you can battle with your Pokemon. Most of these Pokemon that you'll be walking are pretty weak. So you can just go to your team leader battles and you can battle with it. And just as long as it just faints and then you take it out with some other Pokemon, that counts as a battle. You can't keep on doing this the entire time for like, 5 hours and expect it to reach best friend level. If you do it every 30 minutes, you'll be able to get the maximum amount of hearts, which you'll see double hearts, and then at midnight, it'll reset again. The more you build a friendship with your buddy, they'll bring you items like souvenirs, or they'll help you catch a Pokemon. It's actually really cool when they pop up. So basically, if you throw a ball at a Pokemon and they hit your ball away, your buddy will pop out and just like, if we hit the ball to the Pokemon. If you guys like Tamagotchi back in the 90s, well, 2020 Tamagotchi, you got it. Okay. Now, the last part of the video, Q&A for my 2019 video. Let's head out. Ooh, getting cold now.
Yo, what's up, you guys?
All right, before we jump into Q&A, just want to say thanks to everyone who watched the video thus far. If you like this video and this video has helped you guys out, make sure to hit that like button. And I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. I'll do all things related to Pokemon Go news, tips, tricks, and vlogs. Now let's get to Q&A. First question, although IVs worth evolving and investing in, common Pokemon just evolve them because you're gonna catch them a lot. For the ultra rare Pokemons like Larvitaurs or Gitinis, then I would say wait until you have like a 90% at least to evolve them. Alright, next question, which Pokemon should you put in gyms? Lower CP or higher CP Pokemon? Depends on your community. If you have a great group of people that are on the same team as you that will help defend your gym by burying it, then yeah, put a Blissey or Snorlax. It doesn't matter how fast the Pokemon will decay. And if you're in a random area where you don't want to keep an eye on a gym, just put a low CP Pokemon. Alright, next question. Do you power them up before evolving or after evolving? So first check your IVs. If it's worth powering up, then evolve it, and then power it up. And if you change your mind, you don't have to power it up. You don't want to invest all your Stardust and candy in evolving, and then you don't want to use it anymore. But here's a quick tip. You can get high IVs in raids. I've caught 100% Tyranitar just by itself in a raid. Next question, what is a shiny Pokemon? So first off, shiny Pokemons are just a color variant with sparkles. There's no difference in like CP or attack power for a shiny Pokemon. Shiny Pokemon are hard to get, especially in the wild. Is it fun to catch them? Yes, it's personally one of my favorite aspects of the game. I love catching them, I love hunting them. It's just cool. And plus I like the color variants sometimes. Sometimes it's kind of weird, like a Dragonite. You can get shiny Pokemon through catching them in the wild, doing raids, quests, hatching them from eggs, basically just playing the game itself. But the easiest way to get shiny Pokemon is through Community Day. Community Days are monthly events where they feature a certain Pokemon that will have an increased spawn rate and have an increased shiny rate for the 3-hour window for the event. And then they're going to have a special moveset as well. Niantic also holds random events to increase shiny rates for a certain type of Pokemon. To find out more information about these events, you can check out the news section in your game. You can click on Pokeball and then click on news section, and then it'll let you know when these events are going to happen. Next question, can you still catch the first generation Pokemon? Yes, you can. They're all in the wild from Gen 1 to Gen 5 as of right now in this video. Now the last question is it worth playing Pokemon Go in 2020? My answer is yes. Pokemon Go has evolved dramatically since 2016. It is more interactive, more fun, a lot more things to do, and it's much easier to level up in the game. So yes, Pokemon Go is a life-changing, amazing game, and it's definitely worth playing in 2020. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching my video. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all things Pokemon Go. I'm Tong, aka The Last Hot Sauce. enjoy Pokemon Go, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. It's done.